It has now been over a year since I spent 24 hours entirely beating the Spanish Duolingo course. And so I thought it would be fun to recap the experience, respond to comments and questions because there's been a lot of the same ones over the last year, as well as react to the video itself, okay? I have not watched this video or clips from this video in a very long time, so hopefully we'll get a more honest, in the moment reaction. So let's dive right in. Okay, so here's the intro of the video. We're gonna just react to it really quickly. First up, there's a disclaimer that I put at the beginning of the video, which was that it did take 24 hours, but YouTube only allows 12 hours. Okay, I had to upload the whole video to show proof that I actually did it, or no one would have believed me.
Today is the day I'm going to attempt to entirely complete the Spanish Duolingo course in one sitting. I think based off some probably shoddy calculations, this should take me between 12 and 18 hours.
Okay, obviously I edited this video after I filmed it. I genuinely thought it would take like 12 hours, okay? Prior to actually doing the speedrun, I had done like some test runs of some of the earlier unit tests to see how long it would actually take. And based off of that, I did some math, applied it to the rest of the sections. I was like, okay, like 12 to 18 hours. What I did not account for was how often I was going to fail the tests.
If anyone's ever done this before, I did some research. I could not find anyone who has done this and posted about it anywhere. So that's what I'm gonna do.
I still cannot find anyone who has done this and posted about it. So if there is somebody, please comment it down below.
There are 205 units. I do not know how this is gonna go. Why am I doing this? Honestly, because it seems like a dope challenge. I already speak Spanish, así que por eso va a ser un poquito más fácil si hiciera otro idioma. But we're gonna see. So I also just want to say that within each unit, there are multiple subsections of each unit, which take even more time. And honestly, for 205 units times minimum 10 subsections per unit, that is probably would take me 10 days to get through. So I'm going to just take the unit test for each unit to get through. Duolingo still counts it. They still give you points for it. So I'm gonna count that as advancing through.
Okay, so other than the fact that I already spoke Spanish, this is the most frequent criticism I got for this video. Since I decided to just do the unit tests to advance through, as opposed to doing every little question, sub-unit, subsection, that would have been impossible, okay? This challenge would have been rendered literally impossible if I didn't just do the unit tests. So, again, I stand by my position. Duolingo counts it as points, as advancing through. So I count it.
Staring at a mountain, it feels like, but I sincerely think with enough mental fortitude I can do this. So here we go.
And I did do it. I did finish it, but not without a certain mental and emotional toll. So why don't we actually just jump to the end part when I finished it, because I had some thoughts, I had some emotions to get out.
It is now 11:56 a.m. I started doing this at basically like 12:10
Look how
yesterday.
much crazier I look.
And yeah, so
my hair looks insane.
Honestly, just subscribe if you're gonna do anything. Yeah, I'm dead.
I literally had nothing left in my brain.
Got nothing else to say. Goodbye.
Fun fact, the background music I made because I'm a musician. I have music on Spotify. You can listen to it if you want to.
That was so hard to do mentally, to like push through not wanting to do it, constantly failing the tests, like the idiosyncrasies of
that's my sister in the back. She's talking with the dogs.
The way Duolingo works.
And Luna, the dog, comes down.
I did it.
I'll post a picture of Luna here.
24 hours. It's not like I was like taking crazy breaks. Like 2 minutes here, 5 minutes there.
True, I genuinely did not. If you scan through the whole thing, I really did not take much of a break. other than like to go pick up the pizza from the front door. A few bits here. I was doing jumping jacks to keep the blood flowing at certain points, but I really did not take any breaks.
Yeah.
I literally was crying. I actually cried.
Maybe I'm just literally dumb.
It is a little bit dumb, I think, that I did this.
Oh well.
And that's the video. All right, it's time to go through your comments. And easily, the most common comment and question that people have asked basically is broken down by this. I wonder how much he learned from those 24 hours straight. Wait, how good was your Spanish after finishing? Here's another. Can you speak Spanish fluently now? So just to respond to all of these people wondering if I learned Spanish through this experience. No, I already knew Spanish. And if you watched the first minute of the video where I speak in Spanish, then you would not have commented these questions. Something else I find interesting is a lot of people wondering if anyone watched the full video. Well, apparently yes, some people actually watched this whole thing. This person says they put the whole thing on their TV throughout the day and every now and then would look at the TV like, wow, he's still going. Unemployment final boss. I actually was employed at this time, okay? I was in catering, all right? Like bringing food for events, okay? I wish you had actually given some useful insight about whether you felt you improved at the end and or whether you think Duolingo was useful after the experience or something, but nope. Pretty much a waste of time as a viewer that's not even learning Spanish. Well, in the beginning of the video, in literally the first minute of the video, I speak in Spanish. I say I already speak Spanish. I'm doing this as a challenge. And actually, I did upload a other video after this, sort of recounting my experience and also like my thoughts on whether Duolingo is actually effective, which, just to very quickly summarize that, yes, I think it is effective for initially exposing you to a language, but Duolingo is not going to bring you anywhere near being fluent or conversational in a language, okay? You have to take your language learning into your own hands and speak with native speakers and just really go ham and immerse yourself. All right, now let's dive into a couple comments where they put timestamps. Let's see what they're referencing. Okay, 8:08:47, you know it's serious when the glasses come on. Oh, okay, yeah. Well, okay, I had contacts in, so after a certain point, look, at this point, it's 2:47 a.m. and my eyes were like dry. They were just so, my contacts dried out, so I had to put glasses on. 2:56:56, it's official, Zari is a Karen. Me gustaría hablar con el gerente, por favor.
Manager,
okay.
Please.
I guess Zari is a Karen. She wants to speak to the manager. I like how some people were trying to like predict that this video was gonna like blow up or something. It's not gonna, didn't exactly blow up. Look at this. Lol, this about to have 1.5 mil by the end of the month. Okay, this was 1 year ago, over a year and 3 months ago. We're at 289,353 views. So nowhere near 1.5 million. Now, as far as me being a very tiny creator, this video did blow up, so to speak. I am extremely grateful for the views that it does have. But some people seemed to think that this video was going to get like millions of views and I was going to blow up. I never really thought that would happen, okay? Because this is a very niche idea. First of all, Duolingo is kind of niche. Language learning is very niche. And also speedrunning is very niche. So then like combining all three of these creates this like super sub niche. 6:48:45, almost leak your address. I did actually almost leak my address. You can see me click on it. I'm about to start typing it in here. I was delirious. I'd already been doing this for, I guess, would have been like 9 hours or so at this point. This is 10:54 p.m. I was starving, okay? I had not stopped what I was doing to eat. So I was like, you know what? So that I can keep doing this, I'm gonna order a pizza. Someone will deliver it to me. But I was ordering the pizza on the computer that I was screen recording this on. So I went to type in my address and then this happened. Yeah. I realized the error of my ways pretty quickly. Bro predicted the future, thick of it. Okay, you know what? Lately, I've seen a lot of these comments. I get it. KSI released a song called In the Thick of It or Thick of It, all right? And I titled one of the sections of the video In the Thick of It. That's just a phrase. I didn't predict anything. KSI didn't, like, that already existed in the English language. All right, here's a question that came up quite a bit. 115757, why didn't you refill your hearts with the crystals you had? Okay, so for context, this is at the very, very end of the speedrun. You see it's 11:55 a.m. I started at 12:10 p.m. the day prior. And guys, I was out of it, okay? I was completely delirious, exhausted. My brain had stopped working correctly. So when I failed the final question and I lost a heart, and then I was supposedly out of hearts, this is what happened. Okay, see, I just wanted it to be over. I was confused by what Duolingo was presenting me with.
What is going on?
See, what is going on? I don't even know what's going on. I had this very sad realization. Okay, so here's what this is what I thought. I thought that you had to spend money to buy more hearts to keep going. But that actually wasn't true. I could have just gotten more hearts using the gems that I had. See, look, unlimited hearts, get super. Try 2 weeks for free. So that's what I saw in my whacked out state. And so my tired brain just went, oh, I have to pay the money to keep going. Well, that's BS. But literally below it says refill hearts with gems, 450 gems. I guess I had 557. So I could have done it. Okay, I just want to show some clips from the later part of the speedrun where I failed the tests. Not necessarily because I put a wrong answer. In certain cases, I did just put a wrong answer. But it became so frustrating, and that was the most mentally difficult part about this whole thing. So here we are, 12:06 a.m. So this is basically a full 12 hours into. I was only halfway through, and this is how dejected I was. I literally couldn't believe it. I was completely done. I was so done, okay? And I was only halfway through. This is unit 115. It was 205 units total. Okay, you'll probably notice that the camera angle keeps changing. Honestly, my butt was getting so tired from sitting that I switched. I put a pillow on the ground and I stood on my knees, and I would at a certain point I was alternating between standing on my knees or sitting. I guess in addition to being mentally exhausting, it was somewhat physically exhausting as well. Look at my face. I feel like I look so mad. I'm so done with this. And look at this. I'm barely anywhere through it. This was at 3:42. Okay, so I started some context. I started at basically 12 p.m. Also, something else I've not mentioned is that I actually had done 30 unit tests before I started this speedrun, okay? I had started the speedrun once at 8 in the morning. But the laptop that I had was old and it was dying constantly. So I lost it basically. So I had to literally stop the speedrun, and at 11 o'clock in the morning, went to Best Buy, bought a better charger, and just kept my laptop plugged in the whole time. Then it was able to keep up and record the whole time. So that's it. That's my recap of the 24-hour speedrun. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please subscribe, and I will see you all in the next video.